Everything's a mess. Can you hear me? Hello, hello? Everything's a mess. Can you hear me? Alright, we're good.
Cold beer after a hard day's work.
Can you hear me still? Can you hear me still? Alright, we're good. Alright. We gotta find Al Haytham, I think. Right? Hello. I think he's farther down. Where is he? It's telling me to go this way, so it must be correct. Oh, okay. Alright, where is he?
Turn that frown upside down.
There he is.
Oh, Haytham should be around here somewhere, right?
There he is.
Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This
Nothing
is not just some
happened.
worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew?
Oh boy.
You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe
I wonder
it's because
why.
you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that
I
sounds
share a similar
accurate.
sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ugh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant
Kaveh.
attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me?
Oh, boy.
Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
I mean, you're smarter than you,
Having
Kaveh.
a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me
Oh, boy.
started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the
He's
desert
gone.
for a large project. Didn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first
Yo,
thing
welcome to the
about
stream.
beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on. Wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh?
Bro was really gone
What
for everything.
nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage.
Is my mic still working?
Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around.
Yeah, we're good. Alright, just
I'm
making
sure
sure.
someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Bro heard nothing of what was happening. Hello, Mr. Alhaitham.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to Alhaitham of the Academia, then the letter... I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time
not
to
even
attend personal
mail from your
matters.
friends. Wow.
You've always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari
Fair.
told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the
Hopefully
best
they do.
possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages.
Yeah.
To imagine such things could take place in the academia.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said
Because the
that
4
when
of them
the
weren't very
academia was
great.
first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools. Each
Well, wait, what are the
representing one
different
of the
6?
6 different
I don't know
types
if we
of
learned
wisdom.
about that.
Numerous Darshans have sprung up
We
and
might have, I'm
faded.
not sure though.
Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the academia. Now,
Alright.
the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader.
Which was, Azar or
Unfortunately,
something like that?
only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
Hey, well, 2 is
So
more
who's
than I thought we'd have
managing
left.
things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes,
Yeah.
normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Fair point.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia.
Oh, he refused.
But I refused.
That's crazy that he refused that.
Why? Ugh, can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
We should just make Cyno the Grand Sage.
Alright. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's
The Traveler
not
would.
my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
No, they don't.
No.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative, which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So
Fair
everything
point.
that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the
Yeah.
work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
Alright. We got one of them. Alright, Port Ormos. So guys, it seems like this isn't going to take the 2 hours that Ikari said it would.
Sweet dreams.
So I guess I probably could have finished this yesterday, but like, it's fine. Actually, I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna open my stream. Because that way, in case the Wi-Fi ends it again, I'll know if it does. Are we still good for now? I'm right? I think so.
This is Port Ormos.
I'm still good. Alright.
Now where could...
Dea, where are you? Oh!
Is
You're
that
doing good now.
Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Hello, Dunyazard?
It's been a while.
Yeah,
How are you
Dunyazard.
doing?
You're doing good.
It's been so long since we've seen you.
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if
Alright.
you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah. Hi, Dea. Is it Dea or
That's right.
Dea? I
My
say
lady
Dea.
is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my
I mean, there's
edge
no
if I
need
keep
now.
being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You
Just
should
get
know
a-
that by
a
now,
lot of money.
my lady. When I took this job, I'd already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered.
So what are you gonna do now if you're...
I want
What
to
are you
take a
gonna do?
risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
That's
I know.
just kind of how Dea is.
If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess
What are
I
you gonna
still
do?
get fired up by that for short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru, and as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I
Fair point.
remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I
No,
didn't
I'll hate
expect
them.
him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
Oh boy.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia.
Oof.
But only...
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think
Oh,
Dia
boy.
would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Cyno might actually agree and
Fair
let you
point.
become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have cyno. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact,
Valid
I chose
point.
this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled,
Dea
everything
just
in
doesn't like
Sumeru
having a
will
job.
take a turn for the better.
She's scared of the
makes me
job
happy, too.
application.
But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around
Alright,
until
one
next
more
week.
week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh,
Did you?
Did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and
You
we
can use her
tend
as a
to leave
party
quite
here, I
early in the
guess.
morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk.
Feast in the Grand Bazaar. And we'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast?
You're
Can
probably
I just
fine.
show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you
Right.
so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Cyno and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh,
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Cyno. Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like this last quest won't take very long at all. But you know, that's fine with me. Oh, also, I did some off-camera leveling up. Because my characters were super underleveled. So I got the Traveler to level 60 Ascended, and then to level 70 and Ascended. And then I got Mizuki to level 60 and Ascended, or not Ascended, but Ascended from 50 to and got to 60. So now I have 2 on 70, 1 that can get to 80, and then 1 on 60. So yeah. Alright, Aru Village. How long do you guys think it would take me to beat Fontaine? I'm not sure. Because depending on like how long it takes, I could try to do it in one stream. I don't think I'll be able to, but I mean if it's less than 8 hours, I probably could. It's probably more
it's been a
though.
while since we last visited Aru Village. Ah, there's Cyno.
It's been a minute.
What
Has it
brings you
even been
here?
long? It's been 1
We
day.
recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave. So now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well too.
That's good to hear.
Oh, yeah, because he got struck by lightning.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
Thanks,
You're
Simon.
welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just
How's
standing
the
here
one
like
person
a dead
doing?
tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh,
Which one?
by King
Oh, nice.
Deshret's
Both of them are here.
blessing,
Perfect.
my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Oh, and the
Oh.
Soteria.
You know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry.
Almost blew our
These are
cover.
friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
That's
Same
good.
here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
You're welcome for that,
tell
but
us
don't say it.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
Alright. No more scullery.
It's not that I've
That's even
given
weird.
up on being a scholar.
Oh, never
Instead,
mind.
you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Okay, teacher.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yeah, the Eremites
Yes,
probably need more
it's
knowledge.
my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best
Oh, okay, never mind.
aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more
So
people.
just spreading knowledge
That
in the
is the
land.
true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Ataria is more than welcome to come teach here. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission.
Well, but
As
she
you
left
know,
the
all
academia.
knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer
That
you
might have
ignore
been
it,
us.
the tighter the academia's
might have been
grasp on
us,
you will
Chad.
become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere. These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to
might
bring
have
something
been
back
us.
to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Cyno told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Yeah, he really didn't.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me,
Lord
Yeah, we
Cyno
heard.
helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Cyno.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated
And we
many
have business to
resources to
discuss
support
with both
and
of you.
develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of
Well,
educational
actually, but
materials
does
from the
Cyno? Is
Academia,
Cyno supposed to know
and
about
sent
it?
them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Cyno and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert.
Okay.
I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people,
Who's Kasala?
deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough
Yeah,
about
but more
us.
forbidden
Are you
knowledge,
here
please.
to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Alright.
Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast? It's
How
the
did Bro
first
not
I've
know?
heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Cyno.
Yeah, sounds like he has
Sounds
to be
me
there. He
like
doesn't
you'll
have
to
a
be
choice.
there.
No choice at all.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Cyno. You must not like feasts
I don't think
very
it's
much.
feast he doesn't like. I think he doesn't
No,
like human
not really.
interaction.
But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so...
Oh, come on,
I'm
Ramen.
afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, If you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down.
Yep,
Our
we'll
job
give it.
here is complete as well. Oh, cyno, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Alright. Like, they don't have calendars, like, I would forget instantly. Can you guys still hear me? Just making sure. Like, yeah, I just get so paranoid. Is this... I'm thinking of one, like, no. There's one mini quest I'm thinking of that you can do here.
The numbers are correct. Unauthorized personnel are prohibited from entering the warehouse.
It's one where you use, like, Dendro. Yeah, you use, like, Dendro to, like, make flowers not be dead.
Time to relax.
Nice. Can I reach that? I can. Is there an elevator here? I don't think so. How do I get up?
Sweet dreams.
This looks safe. How far? Wait, how far does this go down?
I can...
It's over here, right? I guess we'll res my character
still
first.
feel the pain.
Oh God, why am I stuttering so much today? Come on, chat. Why? Alright, we'll just go there. And then... Alright, 2 days later, between 19 and 24. Alright, exactly 2 days later should work. I wish you could fast forward this. It feels like it goes on for a long time.
Today's the big day.
Right.
Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
Let's not fall to our deaths, chat. Again? Nope, we're in the academia.
Sweet dreams. Time to relax. Turn that frown upside down.
Alright. Should be right here. Nice.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
You're saying that like we're
Well,
late.
look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join
Right
us
there.
over here. Let's share some great food and drinks.
and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here!
Paimon's just ready to eat so much. Almost feels like a dream. Are you playing a prank on us, Nita?
Oh,
I love how they're just all standing around there. They couldn't even like make it so they're sitting.
Prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Feels kind of nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to
You
this.
get used to this, but
Being
you're
a
about to go
bodyguard
start
is
fighting
also
people.
a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
Day has always been slaying.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
We owe
So
it
you
to our
realize that we're
abilities.
the main character.
And luck.
Really?
A lot of
I
luck.
remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding.
Shh.
That's how I
They're
remember
not
it
supposed to know
too.
that, Dea.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully.
Okay, you don't have to like
Moreover,
tell us how
judging from the results,
much luck we had instead of
everything worked
skill.
out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best
Let me guess,
show.
Neelu's probably gonna
Everyone
put on a
played their
performance.
part. And thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
Well, we
It's
weren't
such a blessing
acting.
that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the
But-
Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned. Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should be
Right.
something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised.
No, everything you said is correct.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew.
Even if
Alright.
those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru.
Fair point. Yeah.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Cyno?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could
Yeah.
simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While
Yeah.
we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you
Yeah, why
trying to
not?
say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
He just doesn't want to be a
Why?
leader.
Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
I mean, he might have.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
Apparently not.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do
Well,
with
yeah,
being a
he didn't
sage.
want power.
If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you
Fair
mean
point.
your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Yep.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay?
I don't think
And
it's
try to
possible
smile
for
more every
Cyno to
day.
smile.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Wait, see, it's actually smiling. Oh, okay, my fault. Talk to everyone. Alright, who do we start with? We'll start with them. We'll go.
My
Actually, that's
lady,
not the right
the
order.
grilled
Oh, well.
meat over there is delicious.
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. What an amazing place to relax.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh,
We
I'm so
totally weren't
happy
standing
Nilu
there for
invited
like
everybody.
15 seconds.
Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking.
Alright.
Ah,
I don't know what
there
order
you
we're
are,
doing. Just
traveler.
just random order.
Well,
Hello.
how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're on...
It's great.
That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary.
I'm sorry.
It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here.
Well, we didn't
Almost
get
like a
everyone.
fairy
We didn't
tale.
get ramen.
Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
Oh yeah, the message from Sitaria.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't
just do 'em in
explain
the
why,
desert.
but I just feel elated right now.
You're welcome. Alright, who's next? We'll do
I
Cyno.
seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good. No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness
It's
from the bottom of
lively.
their hearts.
There's
Unlike the farces at the Academia.
6 people here.
That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever
So many
alien to
people.
those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Oh boy. Ace Kave won't be able to make it in. We're just gonna walk all over this food real quick and then go talk to Cyno.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
Don't worry about it.
There's always next time.
Yo, welcome to the stream.
This feast is pretty good. I like it.
First time Cyno's ever enjoyed a feast. Probably.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
Crack a Cyno joke? Isn't his whole thing just like bad dad jokes? Alright. Well, I know dad jokes, but the other person has to respond, alright? You have to respond. Alright? It smells like up dog in here. You on Act 1? Okay. You're good? Alright. Well, it smells like up dog in here, and they're like, what's up, dog? And then you're like, nothing, what's up with you? No, alright. I already said it.
Hey,
But
you
yeah.
can't just fall
So
asleep
that's
here.
my Cyno
Mama will
dad
go find
joke.
something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you put something yummy in your tummy. Of course, just wait here for Paimon.
Let's see if Paimon can bring us the food before eating it all. No, it better not be. What did you do? There might be spoilers soon, so if you're not very far ahead, you might not want to watch.
It's me.
Oh, okay, we're fine. It shouldn't be a crazy spoiler then.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about
You put it
talking
with the
with you,
horses?
and the next thing I knew, I had
Oh.
made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like
Oh my
flora
gosh.
and the fence it grows upon.
I get it.
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the
I
Grand
think you probably
Bazaar.
win.
I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in.
Yeah, you definitely won. You definitely won.
I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
What is it, Nahida? Alright, see you later.
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Oh, okay, that's easy. You can do that, Nahida. Alright, see you later.
Is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
It's not convenient at all. Yeah, why don't you just come here?
If I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff. What if I,
I don't
end up
think they
scaring
will.
them and
You
ruining
won't
this
scare
wonderful
them.
feast?
It'll be fine, Nahida.
Let me think about it. Okay.
Overreacting.
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay, wow.
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Okay, wow. Alright, Nahida. Alright.
Everyone!
This sounds so
Are you
goofy.
awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
It's me.
Huh? That voice.
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
This wasn't planned.
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I already know every one of you. Nilu, I'll hate them. cyno, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser.
I think it's weirder that she just didn't come in person.
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru.
You're welcome,
Without
Nahida.
you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I...
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
It's funny that
You're
they
an
just don't remember
Archon,
any of
but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Alright, I think we finished Sumeru. Oh, the next day.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Yeah, nothing compared to you, Paimon.
That just means
Paimon
you
eats
still have
like
a lot to learn from
over
Master
5 times
Paimon, the sage of
the
gluttony.
amount of Paimon. Like,
All right, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat
more
with Nahida?
Paimon eats more than 5 times the amount a normal human should eat
She'll
food.
be in the academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Alright. Okay. Let's talk to Nagita.
Sweet dreams.
The Sanctuary of Suratama. That means Fontaine's next chat. I'm so excited for Fontaine. Fontaine's
relax.
Smear's probably, out of what I've redone so far, this is my so far.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
After
recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought. I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand, and as for the future of Sumeru, the former sages have received their punishment. But I hope that the new 6th grade sages will be more focused on academics.
The Grand Sage?
The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything.
Right. What happened after I fell asleep?
What happened after You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. However, in spite of the bad situation, I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it.
Yeah, he fell for it.
I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the Doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
Right.
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, don't worry. I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
Alright. And then about Fontaine.
Is that where you're headed next? As far as I know,
I'm so excited for Fontaine.
That nation operates in a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine.
And also,
generally speaking, the Hydro Archon, Fossilor, will preside over individual
and there's
trials.
also the Oratrice Mécanique d'Annalise Cardinal.
However,
I think that's the name.
Fossilor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's...
Yeah. She's silly.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet? Huh?
Yeah.
About your brother. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
Yeah. Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat?
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your brother.
What?
There's only one possible explanation.
But he doesn't.
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Do you have any other?
According to the records I was able to access, After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, and whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
But
Probably
even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a Descender?
Look, a very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th Descender.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Prince. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew. And I'm very interested in your future. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough.
You're welcome.
Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just...
Okay. And with that, we completed Sumeru. Wait, what is next? Natland. Wait, how do we start Fontaine? Wait, I'm not sure how we start Fontaine. 5-star? Nope. Imagine no. I don't think I started today, but how do I start Fontaine? Chasm. Wait. I don't think I can just start Fontaine next. I'm not sure though. I mean, I can do Natland if I'm not able to do Fontaine. I guess. Well, I'm not going to start today. I'll figure it out if I have to do like a different Archon quest.
Turn that frown upside down.
But I guess I can work on leveling up characters more.
Add Astro. Thank you for Add Astro.
Alright, let's see. I can first work on leveling up the Traveler to 80. Try to like, I don't think I'll be able to, but I might try to see if I'm able to do Fontaine, like,
Propagate.
oh boy, it's so laggy.
That tingle?
Why is it so laggy?
Scatter!
Hold up. Let's give it a second. I think it's caught up now. So it seems to be pretty laggy and the stream's just not really working anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and end stream for tonight. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.